Good morning, Camp Nerd fans. It is Friday, July 7th, 2017, and I am wanting to bring to you another tutorial since I have not put one out in a few weeks. This one is to get rid of that god-awful basic Windows form UI. What we're going to do is we're going to design the form to look more modern using Material Skin Nuget package. And before we get into the actual tutorial, I'm doing my shout out for the tutorial video early in this one. And so I want to give a shout out to Unknown 54321. He is a Mixhound channel user, and if you would like to get the best in dubstep, chill step, liquid drum and bass, and many more genres of that type of music, then head over to Mixhound on the YouTube channel. The description below, be sure to look at it. You'll have a link to that channel. And if you would like to come hang out with us, be sure to hit that subscribe button on the Mixhound channel. I'm usually in the chat room just about every single morning, early in the morning. And there's a lot of people there that is real laid back, good music. It's a drama-free zone. So if you'd like to catch some good music while you're coding or just studying or anything you want to do, just move on over to Mixhound. Be sure to subscribe to their channel to get more music of the like. And also, as always, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Let me know that you like these videos. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Alright, now what we're going to do is we are going to get started with this tutorial. Alright, and to show you what we're going to be making, this right here, and which is, it's got the click me button, and then the click me button that's transparent black. And when you hover over it, it comes up. You've got your tab number 1, and then you can click on tab number 2, and then you see your username. Then you have a split box that you can put up. Then also you've got your text field. This is me. This is me. Alright, so there's a lot of ways that you can do this, and you can also, this right here is a custom label that you can put up. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into that, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to exit out of this right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open up a Visual Studio. And when Visual Studio comes up, what we're going to do is we're going to be creating a new project, which is a Winform application that is in C#. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to finish letting this load up a little bit. Seems like it's taking forever. My computer was running good until I decided to do this tutorial. There's my name. Let's see the little red emblem that says I am. And 3, 2, 1, 0. And of course it's going to be the last one. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, and we're just going to open up a new project. I have no idea why this is taking so slow, but here we go. And what you want to do is you want to name it something. I'm just going to put material. And be sure to save it somewhere where you can access it, because we will be getting basically into the bin and debug and the file folder structure and everything. So what we're going to do is we're just going to create a new folder right here, and it's just going to put it, we're going to put to it. Yeah, that'll be good enough. So we're just going to select that folder, and then you have your Visual C# Windows Form application, the name of the project, and you want to be sure that you put the .NET framework to at least 4.6 or higher. I have it on 4.7. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click OK, and it's going to create the project. Alright, now as this is loading, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a drink of coffee real quick, if there's anything left. Just enough to wet my whistle. Alright, now, since you see that the application has come up, this is what we're always used to. This really, you really can't do anything with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this UI by using the Material Skin Nuget package. So what you want to do is you want to go to your Solution Explorer and you want to right click on the project name and you want to go to Manage Nuget Packages. Once the Nuget package browser comes up, you're going to click on Browse, and then you're going to type in Material Skin, and you're going to want to click on the Material Skin.updated, and you're going to click Install, and then you're just going to press OK. It's just letting you know that it's adding these changes. So once it goes through and it updates, we are finished, so we can just exit out of that, and we can exit out of this. Alright, now nothing has changed yet, so what we're going to do is we are going to build the solution, because we're going to have to add the tools that goes with it. And what we're going to do is you're going to open up your toolbox, and of course I already have this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through and redo it. So this is what you got. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to click on Add Tab, and you're going to name it Material Skin. Okay, now once you name it Material Skin, in Material Skin you're going to right click and you're going to click on Choose Items. Now, if this is the first time you're ever opening up the Choose Items, it may take a few minutes for it to actually load all the components. Once you have loaded all the components, you go back to it, it'll be much faster. Now, remember when I told you to remember where you saved your project at, because you're going to click on Browse, and then you're going to go to where your project was at. And so, of course, I named it To It. Was going to put tutorial, but it really didn't go. And so you're going to click on the folder Material and then Material again, and then you're going to click on Bin Debug, and then this .dll right here, you're going to want to double click that. What that does is that adds a lot of the tools that goes with this .dll, so that way you can use them in the toolbox. Now, as it's going loading everything from that DLL, extracting and adding and everything, you'll notice a lot of check boxes that will appear and also in blue. And that's just letting you know that these are the things that you're adding. That is what you want to add. So what you're going to do is you're just going to click on OK. Alright, now you see that your Material Skin, you have some Material Skin things to use right here. But I have a lot of people, and when you do it, you're going to have this little man with a box on it. If you just click pointer, then you'll just go back to your regular pointer. For some of those who don't know that, there you go. It's a nice little tool so you don't add stuff to it. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying, well, I've added this and I added that, and it's not there. How do you get the new form look? It still looks exactly the same way. All right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to just click on the form, and we're going to go to and we're going to view the code. Now, this is where the fun part gets in. Alright, so in your inheritance of your public partial class form, what you want to do is you want to change that to material form. Okay, now there's going to be a squiggly line there for a certain reason, and it's going to tell you Material Skin. Be sure to type in material form, and then you're going to go to the light bulb and you're going to be using the Material Skin controls, and you see it changes the inheritance and there is no longer any problems there whatsoever. Now, also using the Material Skin controls, you're also going to be using the Material Skin. Alright, now what you're going to do is right below initialize component in your public form, you are going to want to type in var, and then you're going to put in skin manager equals, and then you're going to put in material skin manager dot, and then you're going to do instance. And what this does is it references all these colors that you're fixing to predefine to the material form. What we're going to go down to the next line. All right, then you're going to put in skin manager dot add from, or add form to manage. I don't see how I got the O and the R mixed up, but okay. And then you're going to put in this, and then you're going to close that off. So what that is saying is the skin manager add form to manage is this form that you're using right here. Alright, and so what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the next line, and then we're going to pick the theme color. So you're going to put in skin manager dot theme equals material skin manager dot themes, and then you're going to click either dark or light. The light is going to be like how your first, when you installed Visual Studio, how it was like blue and white and all that. That's the light version. The dark version is what you see on my background of Visual Studio. So we're just going to click the dark, and then we're going to close that off. We're going to go to the next line. Now we got to go to the skin manager color scheme, and then we're going to put a new color scheme on that. We're just going to go ahead and close that off. Now this, you're going to do your primary colors. You can choose any color that you want. I'm going to go with the blue and white scheme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in primary dot, and then here's all your colors you can do. So I'm going to do blue 800, and then you're going to be using this 3 more times. So where your comma is, just back it up to where your cursor's next to your comma, hold shift and press the left arrow key, and you can actually highlight that. Then press Control C, and then just come back over and Control V, and then you're going to press Control V again. And if you're going to go with the same setup as me on the second blue 800, you want to back that off and put 900. And then on the third blue 800, you're going to back that off and put 500. Alright, then your accent, and then your accent is the accent, which is, I'm going to go with light blue 200. And the accent is basically, you've got your primary colors, then your accent, whenever you go to, like, if you go from like tab to tab, it's going to highlight that in an accent so you know where you're at. So on the next one, we need to do the text shade, and since I'm using dark colors, I'm not going to use black. I'm going to use white. Now you see that the dark and the white, if you was to put the theme color right here, if you was to put the theme color right there as white, then you would need to put the text shade as black, so that way you can be able to see it. Now since we have this, this is all that you have to do. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to save it. Now that god-awful looking Winform's classic design that we have known for years has now changed to a more modern UI look. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to erase the text of the form, and you're now back to what basically what you can do on the other form. Now you can use any of the controls that you want, but you do have some updated controls here. The first thing that I would want to do would be to have a material label, and it's going to be the same thing as what you can do is we're going to put material skin, and then we're going to put to it, since that's what I named it. And then we're going to go to the color of the text, and we're going to put control light light. And then we're going to change the font to, let's see, Cambria, and click OK. And then on the back color, we're going to put that transparent. Now the actual color we're going to do white for the actual color here, and we're going to put that right there. And I tell you what, let's actually bump that down to a 10, so that way we can get this right here a little bit more evened out right there. Alright, so you got the material skin. Now, you don't have an icon in this one. You can actually add an icon if you want, but we're just going to leave it like that. Now, on this, we're going to put in a material tab control, and we're just going to put it right here. We're going to expand this out to right there and bring this over to let's just say right there. Kind of give it, you can tweak it some more if you want. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do on tab 1, we're going to change nothing. We're just going to leave it tab 1, tab 2. Now in the toolbox, what you're going to do is you can have list view, label, alright, the flat button, and then we're just going to change it to flat button, and then be sure to change the control text to control light light. Alright, then you can go to the toolbox. You can put a checkbox, you can put a context menu strip, material divider, flat button, we already done did. You got the material progress bar. This right here is the raised button. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to change the context color to control light light, and we're going to put raised button. Okay, so then we're just going to go to tab 2, and then in tab 2 we're going to take and we're going to add a radio button, and then we're going to add a single field line text. And if you try to put it in the tab itself, it's going to say that it's not going to be able to be added. So you want to add it to the actual form itself. And then once it's added to the actual form itself, then you can drag it over into your field wherever you want it. And so we're going to put right here. Alright, now I did not put the divider in, which is you can put the divider in if you want. Same thing, you can add things to it. Now, the main important thing, in order to be able to see all this, the cool thing about this is your material tab selector. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this tab selector right here. We're going to expand that out this way. Let's come back this way just a tad. Let's bring this down to right there. And then on the properties, you want to make the back color, or not the back color, the text color, and you want to put it control light light. Alright, now on the tab selector, you want to reference these tabs over here. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom to where it says base tab control, you'll notice that you'll see the material tab control 1. Then when you click off of it, you can see tab 1, tab 2. Now you're not going to have to worry about this this tab 1 and tab 2 right here, because that is totally going to disappear. And in your actual form, you'll just have just these 2 tabs here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the application. And it's going to be building, and the project will come up, and we're just going to minimize this the Visual Studio, and we're going to wait for the actual project to come up. And you see, and how I've got the blue, it's the same as the different one. You've got your flat button, you've got your raised button, you got your tab page 1, tab 2. You can write it here. Then your material skin. I mean, there's several different things you can do. So if you wanted to take and try to get everything perfect in your application, and you can work with the colors, you can change the colors, the color scheme, everything. You can also add animation to it. We'll go on with that in another tutorial. But as for this is how to change the UI form so you don't have that old classic look. Technology is changing, so should the forms. So now you have a way where you can change the style of the forms and have a more modern look with your applications. I want to thank you for watching this tutorial. My name is Ian. If you have any questions about this application, leave them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them. If I can't get to them, maybe somebody else can, but I will always answer as soon as I get the questions in the comments section. I will answer them. I am a very busy person, so it may take a day or so for me to answer them. Don't worry, I will answer them. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel so you can get more videos and tutorials like these, as well as hit the like button if you like it. Also, share the video to your fellow coders, and be sure to read the description so you can join our Facebook page, as well as if you want to talk to me on Mixhound and listen to the same music as I do, the link will be in the description to Mixhound as well. Is also where you can follow me everywhere: Twitter, Facebook. You can join our computer group on Facebook as well. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next video. And always be sure to keep it nerdy in the camp. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.